Oh, hello everyone. It is January 8th, 2026, and we are here streaming again with our friend Wombat and whoever else wants to show up today. So I think that today we're going to do some more visitative. I have the title saying visitative bugs and PRs, and that's what I am generally doing. That's the goal. I would like to find the option to change that setting before I start streaming. I used to have a pop-up dialog that said that, and now I don't for some reason. So anyway. But I think it's, like I said, it's generic, but it's true. So we're going to let it slide for the moment. So I think it was not yesterday, but the day before, we were working on this profiling of, let's see here. Right. Oh, we were looking at the performance of the repeated last command. And it goes slowly. I think the fact now, I think I'm going to stop working on this. I liked this change that I made here, but I think it breaks a lot of things. I'm not up for debugging it at the moment, so I think I'm going to let it slide, pull it back. Let me actually do that just to, let me see what I got here. Remove queued funcs on Control C. Yeah, I think these are all positive changes. We're going to remove this last one here, which was a trial. And I'm going to remove these pyprof things here. And cache grind. And what do I have? What is that? Issue 2931. That we're working on? No, I need something else. Yeah, let me move that. I can just move the issues directory and move issues to underscore issues, which is still visible. That's my current scheme for hiding things in Git, is just have them prepended with underscore. They're actually hidden, but I could make it easy underscore star and git ignore. Anyway, not a big deal, but okay. So I think that's where we're going to leave this. Because that's going to give us the ability to, well, close this bug. It's not a perfect result, but I think I'm just going to call it. So we're going to push that. Let's see actually what I have. I've got one bug. Yeah, I think I'm going to merge those. I'm going to git rebase. We're going to merge this here. Yeah. Okay. And I'll push this. Actually, I'll pull rebase. I think I have to do that. I think I've got another. No, I don't. And then I push that, and we're going to can't be used with a large number of rows, but it shows the number of commands remaining and update, and it doesn't crash. It shows the number of commands remaining and updates the screen, and you can cancel it with now. All of them now with Control C. Is that all I got here? Okay. Close it. One down. So let's look at this Alt-A shortcut. I think I have. Okay. So close it. No problem. And there we go. Now we got a couple of, oh, right. Idle timeout. Okay, let's look at the PRs here. I think there actually is an open PR that, oh, that's, okay. Let's see here. So I would, I'd appreciate that, MIDI chef. How do you join with no key columns? Oh, what is that? Okay, whatever. Ideally, it would work like it does for concat with the sheet going stored in the underlying row data structure. Not sure what origin sheet would mean for those other join types, which pull from multiple sheets. Okay, so that's good. We'll let that simmer for a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back here. I thought, let me actually do a little bit of a clean up of my columns here. Sure. Get rid of it. Pull requests. Done. Issues. Back to issues. We could, I saw this comment that maybe Chef made here just recently. And the idea was to make the sheet list build the sheet string outward from the active sheet. I like that idea. It's a little bit more work, but I think that it would actually suffice. I think it's less work than a clipster non-middle. Yeah. It's pretty straightforward and less code than my proposal. Let's do it if you have the time and inclination. Let's do it. Excuse me. An interesting idea and certainly what people expect from spreadsheet tabs, but so, okay, I'll let that go. So we could look at another issue here. And I'm possibly, but I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that I might, well, let's at least look here. I think that there may have been a couple of issues and or pull requests on dark draw. Haven't talked to, let's see here, missing care. Oh yeah, there was a couple things on here that I would like to address. Okay, so I don't know about this one. This one here, let me go back to dark draw just as long as I am here. Excuse me. And, right, so I think this is a reasonable request here. Let me go back to dark draw drawing. No, this is actually in dark draw code sheet. Chart browser. Okay. So one thing is we are looking at, there we go, this range here. This could easily be a configurable parameter. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. VD option, dark draw, max, max uni browser. Let's see what we go. Max uni browser. max unit code. Let's just try that. He wants it to be 20,000, which I think makes sense. Maximum point. Okay, so let's see here. Yep, there's that, and I think that's fine. I may try to fix this here as long as I'm in here. There's max code, DW, or is this browser, car browser, character browser, add max code per 55. And then we're going to just do this here. We're just going to import and sheet visidata. What else we got here? Unicode browser, adderdict. And column. Might be it. Unicode data is imported separately. Columns, word. Okay, so let's see if that covers it. And so then at least we can samples. Let's see here. Okay. Wow, segmented digit. Oh my gosh, I didn't know. There are some fun things in here. Okay, I mean, I have some opinions about which characters should be allowed, and for a long time it was just things from the BMP, the basic multilingual plane. There is some really fun stuff in here, and it seems like it's all supported in my terminal. So, oh my gosh, yeah. Wide characters, little colorful emoji, which again, but here we are, Unicode. Okay, puzzle piece. Fine, you got it. Okay, and let's add that. Changes, yep. Okay, so I think we're going to fix that. Okay, done. Okay, so one, we'll get you a command. I'm not sure what key it'll be on. That's probably the biggest challenge, is what key it'll be on. So basically there's a, and I think I've actually even wanted this too a couple of times myself, to be able to take an object. Let's say I just type, foobar, and I split it up into FOOBRAR, different objects. So let's do that. Let's make that be the case here. In drawing. And so this is interesting. We should change this menu here to use the new system. I think it'll be nicer for everybody if we do. I can do that as a little side project here. But meantime, split multi-car objects. Okay, so let's see. Add command. object for now anyway. I think it's split string, not split object. Okay, so I think this is actually pretty straightforward. What's this Q curve? Why is it? That's just bunk. Okay, I can get rid of that. It's Garbaggio. Okay. So yeah, I blew that Q curve thing. I don't know what that's about. Probably was some nifty idea that I had at some point and just never delivered on, as are a lot of things. Okay, so we've got split string here. I wanted to make this, it'll be, okay, let's just do one. For now, we're going to do one on the cursor just to get started. And so we got cursor, it's not cursor box, it's iter cursor. That's everything. Well, I guess for everything. Okay, let's just do iter cursor for now. Iter cursor. And this is going to iterate, let's see here. So this is every row in the row in iter cursor, and sheet iter cursor, and then we want, let's see here, actually, so this is going to split it up. So basically we're going to create new objects. I guess it's going to replace this. So we kind of need to find the row in rows. So sheet rows, index, I think it is, row. And then I think it's I. New rows equals, and this is going to copy the row, but do that. New rows dot append, copy of the row, copy row, get a copy in here already, yep. And then the new row, and this is the tricky part here. So everything's the same except for the X. So this is the character in row dot text. Everything's the same except the it could actually be taking, I'm sorry, I'm thinking ahead of myself here. I was thinking we could make it take a character to split on, but let's just say it's like characterize. It's like it's always gonna be an empty string for now. And then this is text equals ch, and the dx in enumerate. Now the thing is, it's not enumerated, is it? Because that's the list of characters in there, but we need to use the width. So the x is that, and then dx equals the width of that character. And the row, that equals the rows. So I think this might be it here. What do we think the odds are that this is actually going to work? Samples, I don't know, let's do a police car here, I think. Guess, oh hey, La Pinguino, nice to see you. I am fixing or adding a feature to Dark Draw. And hopefully, this should be more animated. I don't know why it's not. We can look at that separately. Maybe group. Yeah. Well, seems like it should work. We don't have any frames. Oh, you know what? I think in this case, no, there's all the frames right there. So why? Yeah, Dark Draw is just a plugin for visidata. And so it's not really, I mean, it has a whole drawing thing. And in fact, Adrian Grody, the person who filed this bug, this feature request, uses Dark Draw, sounds like exclusively for ANSI or whatever, text art drawing now. So you definitely can use it like this, and he's got a lot of cool ways he uses it. But the neat thing, of course, is that you can go into the backing sheet, which is just a list of objects that are drawn on the screen, and do data-oriented things. It sounds like he does lots of stuff with that, like changing colors to be gradients, and he's figured out visidata enough to set the colors based on the line number, and it's working for him, which is great. It's kind of the point. Everything is data. So yeah, and I don't know. It's near and dear to my heart. I grew up obviously but I grew up in the '90s when the BBS scene was happening. I was a teenager and I contributed to the BBS scene, and at least a little bit. And yeah, I don't know. ANSI text art is sweet. Okay, let me see. I'll get a better picture here. I think if I do, I guess I can just do it myself. I'll just do it myself. So we add a string, testing, and then we do a split string, and it doesn't remove the existing string, so we have to do that. I think that's the issue here. Let's try that again. Yep. So add a string, and actually I kind of want to add one that's got multi-width characters, but I'll do that secondly. String. Oh, that did not work. Because dx needs to be plus. Testing. Split string. There we go. And of course, if I think that should just be the same. If I make a string called bar, and I can't. Oh, slash is an interesting idea for that, isn't it? I kind of like that idea. Let me change the color to I don't know, 132 on blue. It's probably gonna look hideous. Yeah, well, whatever. Control Shift U. What should Control Shift U do? I get this. I get a little Unicode. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's very helpful. Can I do that? Okay, great. So yeah, I don't know why I didn't know about that. I think I've accidentally pressed it sometimes, but never tracked what I was doing. I honestly, I'll just cut and paste from the web if I want to insert Unicode when I do need to. or I use the compose. And yeah, it is totally. You're totally right. Thank you for that suggestion or that tip. That's why I like pairing and doing live streaming stuff. It's like every once in a while you learn something new to add to your workflow. Okay, I need to split this here. Split string, and that should work. Okay, let me add. I think slash is a fine option for that for the moment. Wait, what characters did you get added to Unicode 15? If I have heard this story, I apologize. What is that? 1F79? 1F79. Huh. Undefined. Wait, where is it? Enneagram? No. 9-pointed white star, I see. Oh. Huh. Neat. What's the context for this? Are there like... Yeah, I use the Unifont for everything, so it does look pretty crappy, but it's there. No sign symbols. Okay, thank you. What's the purpose of this? Oh, Baha'i Faith. Thank you. I got you. Okay. Huh. I didn't know that. Noto signs symbols too. Well, I should add that. I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that now. But thank you for sharing that. You may have told me in the past, and if I forgot, I apologize. But thank you. Super neat. Okay, so split string on slash. I mean, we can do G slash for all the what are they called? Split strings of selected. Split selected strings. Okay, I see you're saying you think I should just install a Noto fonts. This is I think is this Debian? Debian, yeah. So Noto fonts, what do you think? No. Oh, here's just fonts. Fonts Noto. Wow, 300 megabytes of fonts. Actually, no, it's almost 800 megabytes of fonts. Okay, so this is not, I selected rows, and she has selected rows. I think I might, yeah, that is. Does that fallback happen automatically in both in the terminal and in the web, or what's broken about it? Oh, I don't know. There's always something. An app check, but I don't know. Seems fine. Okay. So you're saying if I just like reload that page, that it will come back, or I have to like restart my browser probably, right? I'll do that later. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I can't restart the browser because I'm streaming here, and they'll bonk out of that. So we'll do that. I'll be here next time, and I'll try it. We are a font of wisdom today. Okay, anyway, I wanted to get back to this. I think I'm going to make this be split objects instead. And, oh, I mean, we all have things to learn from, everybody. There are plenty of things that I don't know, but I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to have these two commands here. Let's see here, add command, I'll add into the end here. Doop, 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 doop. Actually, maybe I do it in the middle here. This actually should be right next to join, shouldn't it? Split selected and split cursor. Not sure I like the names, but I will at least we can let them sit there for now. Okay, so this was split rows. It's a list of. And then the second one is split rows. And that uses source dot. I think that probably is the best. I think I'll refer back. I don't think it's not necessary to specify source explicitly. I'm gonna try it without it and see what happens. Yeah, I'll try that. I'm not gonna wait one thing at a time here. So split rows, not it was rows. This helps. This is actually good in a couple of ways. It shouldn't be sheet.rows. It should be sheet.source.rows. Probably is the same, but okay. Let's try that. So, oh no, this has to be on the drawing. Okay, so now we're going to add, yes, Vim is my editor, gvim anyway. We're going to add a string, foo, and then we're going to put a Unicode character in here, .f, and see how this works. Now, this should look identical when we split it, and it does! Look at that. Okay, great. Perfect. So slash works, and if I want, actually, I should be, I might want to, that's too much, I don't know. Yeah. I can make this, it's not undoable at the moment. That's the big thing that, add, no, I can't do add, okay. So that would be nice if I could add a string, split it, and then undo it, but no. So we're going to add an undo here, and it's going to be I think I may just, is it add undo? That's what it is. Add undo. Yeah, I know. It's hard to, it turns out it's hard making software. And there's all kinds of little things. Like I have this feature to work. Oh, well, of course we want undo to work with it. It's like every feature sounds small and then has to time with everything else. And yeah, I agree. Undo not working. I mean, I think even Mr. Adrian Grody has complained about that. Hey, Anya, welcome. I do want to see here. I think that's just. I don't want to see all the rows though. Ideally, it would take the source row. Oh, it's after this guy here. Undo is going to be sheet source rows. You know, it's going to be easiest just to add the undo being set adder. Right? Yeah. Kind of hate it, but we'll just do it the easy way. Set adder, sheet rows, or sheet source. And then it's going to be. Oh, we can't. We could use, okay, that's right. We could do all of the rows. Let's do that. We're going to do all of the rows. And it's going to be sheet dot copy. That undo comes first. So kind of terrible. But it'll work. I think it's gonna work. Let's find out. Add foo. Try my new trick out all the time. Yeah. And then if I undo that, oh look, it's done. Okay, great. So we have undo there working, and G and slash and G slash. Okay, so let's do that. Easy. Oh, I want to add those to the menu. Okay, we're going to add them to the menu, and as long as we're here, oh, well, yeah, let me, okay, so how do you do the undo? Basically, it's tied to the command log. Every command on the command log, which should be every modification or edit, has a list at the end. In fact, you can look at this here. I'll add this thing. And then if you look at the command log, there actually is this hidden column at the end, the undo funcs. And so there's a, yes, this is the stack of states here. Wow, okay, sorry, I realized I gotta fix something here. This is a stack of states, and then every one of these commands has a list of undo functions, that get called when you call undo. And so every modification has to add a function that will undo itself. And so this one, I just added this one. It's basically all this is, so it, and this add undo function, the first thing is a function, and everything else after that is the parameters. And so this is just going to set the rows back to what they originally were. And so it's pretty memory heavy. Like, it doesn't like undo the operation. It just heavy-handedly, it has an entire copy, a list of all the rows, and it will put it back the way it was. So I don't have to worry about it being correct or exactly invertible. So like I said, it's memory intensive, but it's a lot more robust. Yep, just get her done. Now, I do want to this should not have all these go up and down things in there. So I got to figure out why that's happening. And I thought that was revert the touch state. Yeah, exactly. Anything that ideally it would be automatic, but no, right now it's every command or function, not every command, everything that does modify adds and undo, but it's at the point at which it does it. So it's, it has to be done effectively manually. So these go down, go left, whatever things should not be in the command log. That's just wrong. So I got to figure out why that is the case. I got 3 things in my stack now. I want to, I didn't add that, commit. This is split, add split cursor, split selected for another 56. And secondly, I was going to add these to the menu, but firstly, I'm going to figure out why they're being added here. I thought that in the command log, we've got this, which things should be ignored, and it should have go in here. Well, that's why. But, let me see about this here. Go page up. Yeah, how is, because if I just load up visidata and then go down, I don't see all those in here. So how are these not making it? Is there a go anywhere in here? Huh, well, this is the worst of it. When I found something that's not working, or at least not working in one place, and then I look at it, I don't know why it should be working in the first place, and then it does actually work in the place that it does work, and I don't know why it's working now. Oh, there we go, I'm sorry. Replay equals false. That's the answer. And I have that on every one of these. Okay. So if I go leftmost, will be added, and that's unfortunate. So go leftmost. I think it's, I'm not sure what the actual, oh, go top. There we go. Okay, and that's not replay equals false. So if I just look at the thing here, and then I go GK, that's in here. Okay, so I have to add the go prefix back. I don't know how that got removed though. I thought that I had that in here. Let's see if I can find this. So go, get blame visidata, other one. Get blame visidata command log. And so these non-logged things here, there's Anya. Why did we take these away? It could be any one of these. Is it you or is it me? Okay, now let me go in. Oh, I'm sorry, Anya. I didn't mean to summon you. I was looking at get blame, and you are one of the contenders here. I just was wondering why it is. So git show that one. Nope. Git show, because I would have sworn there was a go dash in here, which would make this be the case. So maybe not. 5 no, okay. 9E. I mean, I kind of can't believe. There it is, go minus. Why did I remove this? Yeah, that's it's definitely an idea. I found it though, so now I gotta figure out why I wanted only some of these to be logged. But I did apparently want some of them to be logged. And the problem is that, yeah. And when was that? What was around that? That was just, well, year and a half ago. Wow, year and a half ago. It's hard to believe. But yeah, why did I? Why do I think I want go top? It seems like I very specifically wanted go top to be logged. So let's look at this one. Is that right? Yeah. Before that is merge. Okay, huh. I guess, I mean, I'm guessing, or I think that there was a, it is useful to have very precise movements logged. Like, if you're gonna say, go to a column, well, are those actually? Logged or not? Go call regex. Okay, then those are replayable. Yeah. So I think it's about the very specificness. It's like if you're doing a relative movement, and those are both more frequent and not very reliable. Like, I don't know, you went down 10 times. Is that really what you want to do in the replay? No, just record the row and column that you're going to, that you're at when you do it. But when you say go top, you don't want the row and column specifically, or you don't want to base it on the keys or the row in. You are basing it on the row index, but yeah, you want it to be specifically run that command, go top. I think that's what was going on there. So let me, I guess, honor that, but then also in dark draw, I have to say replay this false and all these things. Which isn't that big of a deal, but I have to do it. And I guess we'll keep the palette. Not the palette. One page forward in the palette. That's not right. Yeah, that's incorrect. D3, it happened to be D3FE. Happened to be correct. All to the left of the palette. Okay. Sometimes you actually want relative repays of movement. Yeah. I know. It's tricky. I really don't want the movement keys to be on the command log by default. Like maybe for macros, you're right. Actually, it might even be true in macros. Try that out. If we turn on a macro and go down, no, it's not. So we could make it so that macros Ignore the replayability. The thing is that like there's kind of multiple. There are some commands you really, really don't want to record. Like for instance, even just the macro commands themselves. Like if you're recording a macro, both the start and the stop of the macro shouldn't be recorded. Like meta commands, right? Yeah, that's true. I will probably do that. Just put it in a ticket and sleep on it. But that's how we have issues that are 3 and 4 years old here, right? Like I'll sleep for, like Rip Van Winkle will sleep for 20 years on one of these things. So as long as I'm here, I'm able to think about it. But yes. Are there other goes? I'll keep that for now. Keep those. Okay, so we're gonna remove those. That's fine. And then, no, not that. This one. Do not. This is moving. Do not replay basic movement. Do not record movement commands. Command log. Okay, and then while I'm here, I do want to do this. So this menu, this is old style menuing, and now the way that it works is like here, yeah. This add menu items is all a big string, and this should be dedented, but that's the idea. So you don't have to have all these objects anymore. You just specify it. And so here's dark draw. Let's do here. I'm just gonna dark draw, new drawing. So the very last thing is the command. Everything else is menus and submenus. Add menu item. Oh, I see. Now I gotta add those things there too. Okay. So yeah, this is all under dark draw. And I think it's a lot easier to see the hierarchy and edit things individually rather than having them as part of a hierarchy in the code. It's just if I explicitly, here's dark draw view, really? Yeah, view, dark draw. Well, yeah, dark draw view. As you can see, it's kind of the point. So I could ask Mr. Claude to do this work for me. And I'm tempted to. I've been using Claude more recently for stuff like this. I also, I don't know, kind of don't want to. Like, I'm happy to do this work manually. Yeah, right? Yeah, it has gotten quite good. Still got some serious issues sometimes. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still torn. I've kind of gone up a level the last couple of weeks. I've definitely use it a lot for making changes to the Magworld website and the Magworld plugin. But yeah, I still have mixed. I mean, I think everybody has mixed feelings. There's both the technological side, like how well does it work, and but also who owns it and who's subsidizing this so you can get addicted to it so that you are dependent on it. And that makes me uneasy, you know? I think we're like weakening. It's like, I mean, honestly, it's just like using any kind of mechanized shovel and then you lose your muscle power. And so if you need to dig a trench by yourself, you can't anymore. That's not really necessarily, I mean, we don't want to be digging trenches, but when it's when it takes away your ability to do it, it's kind of makes me wary. Okay, so let me just do this. I don't know. how many menu things do I have? I have other menu things in visidata. Not in, oh, actually there are quite a few. Okay, you know what? Yeah. So, I'll let you guys talk about this while actually I'm trying to get something done here. But I I think that the trend has been for software engineers to become more full spectrum employees. They're kind of their own product manager, project manager, tester, and ops person. Like you're kind of like expected to do all of it. And like I said, that's like back in the, let's just say the 80s. I didn't work in the 80s in software, but you were an engineer, you worked as an engineer, you had a manager who told you what thing to engineer, and there was a whole product team. And that's, that evolved as individuals became more, we're more full service. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Like I was kind of a generalist. Like I kind of wanted to be able to do all kinds of things from CSS to SQL to back end and everything. But I don't know. I think there's something kind of insidious about it too. That means that if you can't manage yourself well, you have ADD or some other kind of atypical, was it neurodivergentness, then you're not employable. That doesn't make sense. Or it doesn't. That's how people want it. But now there's like, you have to be kind of everything in order to be basically employable. And so we're all kind of like trending towards, and like in this trend towards using Claude is exacerbating that, where you don't have to be as technical anymore, but now you really have to have these skills of focus and project management skills and product management skills. What are you even trying to do, right? And if you don't have those things, then yeah, there's no need for basic technical, like how do you make the CSS thing go anymore. So I don't know. Like the number one skill I think anybody can have in the workplace is that kind of self-management, business-oriented thinking. But that's not everybody has that. I don't know what we're going to do about that. Okay, anyway, let me back over here. Actually, do I have Claude installed here? I really don't. Let's see how Claude does with this exact issue here. So move issues. Issue 52, issue 49, issues. I think I might just, whatever, it's fine. So yeah, let's do this. I think I'm gonna. I also don't necessarily want to have a claude.md file laying around every one of my repos. It's very helpful. You need to do it, I think, if you're using Claude on a regular basis. But it kind of exposes that this is an LLM project. Now I'm torn. And one of them is like, well, I want to be able to. I mean, I'm still the person using this. This is not a Claude project. This is a me project. But if people want to contribute, it is super handy to have that stuff already captured in claude.md so that it just works for them. So I don't know. I don't want to encourage it. At the same time, like I said, it's very helpful. I'll probably, because I'm the only one that's hacking on this code here, probably just go ahead and do it. And actually, I should ask you, Anya, what you think about this. Is a devotees project. So can we include claude.md in here and make it start going in that direction of at least allowing or enabling? Okay, that's fine. You don't have to respond now. but it's an open question on whether we should be putting claude.md files in our repos, especially as the you're saying, okay, no, interesting. Okay. Well, for the moment, let's see what Claude does with this here. And see if it can't figure it out. So Claude, help me, Claude. Oh, I don't have Claude installed. Okay. Well, that might answer that. Yeah, I hear you, Anya. And I think for visidata, well, for visidata, you're right. Dark draw is a little bit, little different. So I think I was asking more about devotees specific software. I don't know. I will probably over the next few months. There's a couple of projects that I'm just not going to do by myself. They're just like too much work. But I could see myself kind of hacking for a couple of hours using Claude, getting something going. That's kind of the point. I mean, I don't know the point of it, but that's how people are using it. And yeah, I'm kind of interested in playing. Okay, well, see you soon, Anya. Thanks for stopping by. So meanwhile, Claude Code's installing himself. I'm just going to do a couple of these things here. Open colors. See how that can beat the Claude install of my typing. Probably not. Although I'm interested in seeing if backing sheet. So paste mode. Interesting, Joaquin Vino. I really like that Claude Code integrates just with the existing terminal Vim setup that I have. I don't have to use a special editor. Yeah, you know, I'm old school and kind of stuck in my ways. The cursor horizontally. Gosh, that is taking a long time to install here. New frame. I do like this model so much better. It probably should be called Go Frame. Go first. Go Frame first. Yeah, I do like the multiple cursor concept. But yeah. I am pretty stuck in my ways now. Yeah. So how do you delete a line then? Because DD really is a very handy command to do. I agree though that yeah, X and D and Shift D and like D dollar makes so much more sense. Or yeah, VGLD. Well, so what do you do if you want to delete? Oh, I see. Okay, so you kind of are always selecting things. Sure, I can see that. Well, I don't know what's going on here with Claude install, but I'm gonna begin handily. I think. Kind of weird, but I just know it's taking so long. Color cycle. That's cursor up, down. Up. Next. Selected. Cycle, top of cursor, down. Up. Tag, now we've got tag. What is going on here? Formatting my hard drive or what? Or is... Oh, you know what? I think this has been... No? I don't know what's going on. Why are you taking forever here? Claude? Are you waiting for me? Yeah, it might work with NPX. I just copied the instruction that it had here. Which, I mean, I don't really like running random scripts, but at least it's not sudo. But I don't know why it's not liking me or continuing on. It might just be doing it. It's taking off a long time to do it, but select tag selected. And then under cursor, top of cursor, insert. There is actually a these. Oh, I see. That's going to yeah. Gotcha. Okay, there you go. And so I somehow managed to beat just Claude installing. Although maybe I got some things wrong, but and we're gonna add these here. Honestly, some of this is just some simple cut and paste. Okay. That's menu items. Okay, so I changed those. I think that's good. Really, Claude? Okay, I gotta break you because you're not. I don't know, man. Oh, you think you're complete? Okay, well, I don't know. Are you? No, you're not. So you said npx. I don't have npx. How do I even install npx? Do I have npm? No. I don't even install things. npm. Okay. Sure, I'll install 200 megabytes of crap so I can install Claude without it freezing on me. Okay, let's do it with dark draw. Oh, okay. So this, no, the Python environment is not better. Well, I don't know. NPM is its own special kind of thing. At least there's not left pad and such small little packages in Python land. But no, I am so disappointed with the state of Python packaging. But here we are. Okay, so I added those things, yes, and then we're going to menu, use new style menu, convert to new style. Okay. Oh, the Claude CLI. Okay, so I have to do this then? Okay, good enough. Well, okay, hold on a second. What should I run instead of Debian? I ran Ubuntu for a very long time and started getting, again, disappointed with Ubuntu and its Flatpak and other stuff. So I was like, I don't think I need this. I can just run Debian, and Debian's been fine for me. Yeah, well, Arch. Maybe someday I get back there. Maybe someday I do. I do kind of just want things to work. And in Arch, it seems like you have a lot more power, a lot more control, and things don't just work often. So I might be wrong about that. I've actually never seriously used Arch, settled into it, but how about first install though? Like when you have to install a package, does Arch come through and it's just easy? Yeah, really? Okay, well, I'll consider that next time. I mean, okay, well, maybe next time I will. So let's see here. So I didn't commit that already, and let's see, I have to git grep just menu. Yep, up there. Okay. So I'm gonna try this out here and just see if I can't get. I had Claude. Oh no, really? Claude's not gonna be in there? I thought I got it installed. Yeah, what did I do wrong here? I thought I could run Claude straight away after I install it. Oh well, not gonna worry about it. Oh, and that's right, I wanted to actually add these commands to the let's see, we added split cursor, split select. Well, I actually have lots of commands, don't I? Well, I really am curious. Oh, without that, okay, I have to do npm install -g. I always forget that. Sudo? Yeah. Okay, let's find out. There's Claude. Why? What? Oh. It's my... That's interesting. So is it ls using local lib? Okay. Great. Sounds good. And that also needs that. And drop it. I should just make everything readable here. God damn it. So, yeah, well, I swear this was easier on my other Debian install, so I don't know. Maybe it is. God damn it. But I don't want to set everything to executable, right? I want to use, I can use mod this plus R on this stuff. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But I want to be able to set the various directories to executable without setting all of the things. I can use a find command and do that, but I'm like less. And here's where, let's see here, what else we got? Rip grep. Should also be, oh my god. Yeah, but then the directory has to be executable in order to be CD into it. Right, but every directory has to. Fine, you know what? We're going to sudo bash find user local lib node modules dash type D, right? And then we're going to make all of these is it exec chmod x. Is that right? God damn it. Yeah, I thought that I needed to, oh, no spaces between them. Okay, sounds good. I know. Thank you for being here and witnessing me being a relatively incompetent find user here. So now if I do that, everything is readable, right? I think I've already gotten this. So now if I run Claude, it still is, are you kidding me? What the? Yeah, this is not my favorite. Okay, so what am I doing here? You know what I can do? I can run visidata on that directory. And it will tell me what the perms are. Okay. Because I have this mode flag here. And yeah. So let's see here. I wish they were symbolic, not numeric. That is my own problem, I guess. But I should be able to read this anyway. So all the directories are readable and executable. but why isn't Claude? Why? Oh, why? Claude. Oh, literally that has to be, okay, I think that's just it. Lib. Claude code CLI.js needs to be executable. Okay, let's try that. Oh, look. Sheesh. Sure, dark mode, yes. Description. I'm already logged in. Great. Okay. So I know you make mistakes. This is no. Exit this. That's not where I want to be. Thank you. Okay, dark draw. Now. Oh, I see. Install Claude in my. I don't want that. I do not want that. Okay. So what I do want though is to try this and see if this works. I mean, it will work, but let's see if I can. Yes. Okay. So I wanted to. I just made a commit converting from my most recent commit. The most recent commit converts menu items from the previous method to the newer string-based method. Verify that by hand. They were converted correctly and generate Claude.md with instructions for how to do this in the future. This is the first thing that I wanted to do. And the second thing I'm thinking is to take the other commands that aren't in these menu items and add them in the right places. And I'm very curious to see how well it can do at that task. Because, yeah, there's a lot of commands. I do need to do the review of them all, where they all go, and I shouldn't necessarily have to investigate every single one of them and put it in the right place. So hopefully it can help me with this. And we'll see. I've only been using Claude CLI for a couple weeks here. And like I said, it's been handy. Oh boy. Why is ripgrep not being... Luckily it can fall back to grep, but why isn't RG working? I should just install ripgrep separately, right? You found several. Yeah, well, maybe not next week. Maybe next infrastructure week that we have. It might be a little while from now. I'll tell you what, next time I have an issue and have to reinstall my computer or get a new computer and want to install it, I will at least use Arch. I may ping you and say, hey, Block Pingvino, can you help me install, or sit with me anyway while I install Arch? Do I want? Sure. You know what? We're going to let you just cruise here. Wait, duplicate. Oh, duplicate entry. Okay, you're right. You totally found it. Good job. Color selected up. Okay. So this is worthwhile. It's a lot that has to happen to catch these things, but and so this is the yeah, it's interesting. I wonder. I thought Gemini was doing pretty good. Got it. Okay. Doing pretty good. I will say that the thing that bothers me, I think, most about the AI stuff is not the AI stuff in general. It's the way that I feel when I'm using it. Like right now, I'm waiting for it, right? Or now it's done. But I was in a mode where for 2 minutes and 15 seconds, my brain was kind of disengaged. I was like lightly looking at it, but not really, the gears weren't engaged. And that's fine. You can't be engaged all the time, but there's like this tendency to like our brains want to disengage. That's just a like evolution, right? And when we're given the opportunity to, we take advantage of it. And then, like I said, our brains start to atrophy. But worse than where before the atrophy even starts, there's like this like disengagement where you're just kind of like floating lightly above the code as opposed to like having your brain really on and working. No, you actually. Oh, okay. Well, there's a mode that I get into with coding, like a flow mode, right? Um, where I'm definitely in it and concentrating, and I've got the stuff loaded into my brain, and I find that happens less. Yeah, that's true. Like you were saying, you are more of a project manager, less of a dev. Yep. Yep, and honestly, this might be like the ramification. The people who want to quit the software industry completely are the ones who are in it because the code was fun, and the ones who are like, "This is great," are the ones that, like you said, the code is a hurdle to get over, and they don't. The actual code doesn't matter to you. I think the fact that it works is what matters. So, okay. Claude made some good changes. That is correct. I'm a little bit surprised that I didn't see that. That makes sense to me. So we're going to commit men. Just add it. Yeah. And now we're going to see, is this worthwhile to put anywhere? This seems like a large waste of context. So I think that I will simplify this significantly if I put it in anywhere. But I do kind of like having a docs directory, and maybe this is how this should be in Visited too. Like here are the, I call it skills now, I think. Here are the ways, and we have those documentation files for one for a loader, and one for loaders, one for savers, one for the menu, just all throughout. We should have these documentation files, and it's kind of nice to have them be generated in a way that makes them work better. I don't know. I'm tempted to add them for my own benefit. We'll see. We'll see. I'm a little bit more conservative about these things, but I don't want to be like resistant to them completely because they do seem to be useful tools. Okay, so for a couple more minutes here, the last thing I wanted to do was ask Claude to, I'm going to clear this. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to clear it. We're going to start with, okay, using just converted, let's see here. Let's see how this works. Oh, sorry. You're saying sonnet, opus, and haiku. I have not been paying too much attention to different models, to be honest. So I think that, I don't even know. One of them is the slowest best, and another one is the cheapest fastest, and I couldn't tell you which one was which. I thought the default would be the cheapest fastest, but maybe I'm wrong about that. I need to fix the rip grep thing here. I think this is just not, yeah. Haiku is the cheapest, okay. And opus is the most expensive one, right. Okay, well, I think I'm using sonnet right now, right? Yeah, and there was somebody who was saying that they like to always use the biggest model. But I think those are the AI maximalists, the ones who will pay at least $200 a month for the biggest number of tokens, and yeah, exactly, more accurate. And they think that like if I have to spend 5 minutes correcting a mistake, it's worth it to always be using the most expensive model. And I'm still on the fence. Like I'm like phase. Did you see the article recently about Gastown? Steve Yegi's article or project. Yeah, that's the thing. These guys are AI maximalists. Like, of course they want you to do everything with the most expensive. Yeah, well, yeah. Not Claude, but Claude Code. Claude himself, obviously, is the model. Is the model, not it's the company or the project, not the code base. Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while. I remember his articles. He sure can. It's funny. He sure can write the words. He writes a lot of words, and I think he needs an editor, and probably in code that is the case too. But he certainly can get some attention, and he has. So here's his most recent article on, what am I doing here? All commands. Sure, you can run a little bit of code. I'll see what happens here. I always got like halfway through his articles and then just kind of bounced. Like it was just they were so long. Yeah, totally. He had some good takes. Sure, you can always run grep. Anyway, yeah, Gastown is his latest thing. Like it looks like Steve Yegi is becoming an AI maximalist. So this project, Gastown, is like written by using the same agentic coding thing, and not. He says he doesn't even look at the code anymore, and he lists these phases here. I'm just gonna get out of this thing here. He lists the stages of AI assisted coding journey, right? And I'm not in YOLO mode. It's either stage 3 or stage 4 for me. No, it's stage 3, I guess. Where, sure, it's running in a window. It's not even YOLO mode. Sure, I didn't turn off permissions. Yeah, okay. Next time maybe on stage 2. Anyway, I'm somewhere very much lower than he is. He's like way up here, he claims, and this feels like they're subsequent stages. And I don't know if I'm ever going to get into YOLO mode. I mean, maybe I actually, like I said, kind of interested in trying it for a different project. And maybe I will go YOLO for that because it doesn't matter, and I'm curious how it works. But even if it does work, the thing that I love about code, that I've always loved about it, is that if you tell the computer to do something, it does it the same way every time. Like it's deterministic. You understand it. It's like it's math. It's provable math. You're right. Control. Yeah. And yep. And so I could see. Yeah. Anyway, there was this article or something I read, like, I don't know, many years ago, like decades ago, on how our math, is based on provability. Like even if something is true for a lot of different numbers, like all the numbers we can even think of, but it hasn't been proven true, it's not true in a math sense, right? And they were thinking about conceiving of some alien civilization, alien mathematicians who had a different form of math. They're like, well, if we try this theorem over the first 10 trillion numbers and it works for all of those, then that's good enough. We don't have to prove it. We can just take it for granted. And yeah, that's what we are here with AI and LLMs. It feels like I've really appreciated that computer science is a very mathy field. Like you can prove that this sort works and that this code is going to do this thing. Provability is, very little code is proven that way, but some code can be proven that way. We wind up relying on code because we are like, well, this is a provable algorithm or function or math. And now we're just not. We're just completely ignoring that. And I shouldn't say we. There's a lot of us who are still doing classic computer science, but the trend here is, just shove it in there, and if it seems to work, ship it. That makes me very uncomfortable. And there are non-deterministic tasks. So in that sense, that's fine. Like there are things you have to categorize. Whether this thing is positive sentiment or negative sentiment or which category of topic it should be in. But those things don't matter in the same way. You're going for 99% or even 90%, and that's good enough. And like it's so much better and faster to use the computer to do it than it is to have a human doing it. But yeah, exactly. The thinking is still important. Okay, let's do this here. Are you to run an individual grep command per command, Claude? What are you doing? What is this? So here you are. Now it's trying to run PyCompile. I have no idea what PyCompile does and why you're trying to do it on that. Claude, what are you even doing right now? Is there a way for me to figure this out? Control O. Okay. I see. Open colors and open backing, huh? Open colors is a visidata sheet command. So that's good. Open backing, I think, is not. Yeah. So it is open backing. Is that backing? Open source? I think we're using open source for this now. Yeah, it's open source. And open backing is invalid, you're right. Now it's just open source, which is a visidata-based command. It's not push source, is it? It's open source. Yeah, it's not push source, it's open source. It's called open source. Yep, no, it's totally finding things. This is great because it is. I'm sure I'd be doing a better job overall if I put my full attention on it. But that's the point is I can't put my full attention on it. So, well, wait a second. What are you doing? Yeah, you have two. Why are there? Hold on a second. Okay. Both occurrences. There shouldn't be both occurrences. Why are you... Yeah, no, these are... Okay, so let's see what it's got here. So this is Claude's changes. And okay, this is very interesting. It's been about 2 hours that I've been doing this, and so I'm probably going to call it here soon. So I don't think I'll complete this now, but I'm not sure if I agree with everything that it's done. It's definitely a change some things. Like here we go, moving tag, add, or these tag things under an add and remove. And that might be legit or might not, but I want to actually think about this. Think about if special modes is, I want that to be a special submenu or not. I don't know, and I want to think. So now comes the hard part, right? Or not the hard part, but the long part, where some thought has to be given to all this stuff, and that thought's going to take a while. Normally I do that thinking while I was coding. Now I have to do it all while not coding. This is the review problem, right? Where any amount of, I don't know, I say call it fun stuff, but the point at which we're in the code is taken away from us. So, yep. The last thing I might have it do here is explain its organizational strategy in Claude.md. I'm not sure if I want to ask you that or not. Okay, well, anyway, I will be back tomorrow and try to finish cleaning this up. I think I'm going to push, well, yeah, I may as well push these things that I already have here. All right. Well, I'll do it now. And then we'll make these other changes later. Let me catch up with what you're saying here. Yeah. So I was heavy into test-driven development in the early 2000s. And in general, I do like, I mean, I live that way. Like, it's not that I write the test first, but let me show you. Anyway, it's like some people write the code because the code comes first, and some people have like a goal, and then the goal comes first. And so it's kind of like goal-driven development, right? Where I have a thing, I want it to happen. Here's my test, whether it's manual or unit test or whatever. But yes, I start with this thing that has to get done, and then I kind of expand it as things get done. And when I have done something that can be tested with in a function like that, of course, it makes development go so much faster and smoother. But I got caught up back then with trying to be 100% test-driven development and having 100% coverage, and that was way over much. And so I wound up eventually kind of backing off the whole thing. And so now I'm kind of anti-TDD, but only because I think TDD, again, it's TDD maximalism that I am opposed to. But it seems like people who use the letters TDD often kind of do mean that. So yeah, I've had some back and forth on that myself in my own brain. Anyway, Jupe, it's good seeing you here. Thanks for stopping by. I will be here tomorrow. I think I'll be here tomorrow at the same time. And we'll wrap this up, and then we'll have a weekend. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot for hanging out and chatting. It's good talking with you. Okay, Wombat. I think we're done for now. Check you later. Cheers.